Hey, this is Dan Burrell. Thanks for clicking on my video. And today we're going to talk about Eaglesoft and some shortcuts on how to get around. Stay tuned. So we are now in my Eaglesoft, and we are at the front desk part of the program where you can pretty well access everything. So one of my favorite lines that I use quite a bit is F2 is a friend for you. So if you hit the F2 key, you'll see that it automatically goes ahead and it titles all of the icons that are within the system. That is one way to get around Eaglesoft. The other way, obviously, would be to be using any of these icons that are up here at the top. And the other options, obviously, are by using any of the activities or lists or reports or so on. You just pick the one that you like and you just get used to it and you go from there. It's not wrong. There are quick ways of getting around, which I'll get to in a few moments. In this video, we're going to actually just cover the front desk, and I'm going to cover a little bit of the accounting, but I've come to discover that some of the accounting is actually probably long enough for its own video. So I'm just going to touch on a few things and touch on the schedule a little bit and get around just so that you guys get to know me a little bit. And if you do want, like I mentioned before, to see more videos, number one, comment below, which I really appreciate for you guys to do that. The other thing is go ahead and subscribe and click on that bell notification so that you'll get it, and you'll get a notification of when those new videos are coming out. The other thing that I'm actually going to be doing before I start here is I'm going to be putting out webinars in probably every Thursday afternoon. So I'd like to go ahead and ask everybody if that's a good idea. So it's expensive to have a trainer come in, and listen, I'm not associated with Patterson at all anymore. So this is within myself, but I'm thinking for most people, it'll be easier for them to sit down and get a 1-hour training every Thursday or every second Thursday. We'll see how many we need to do, and go based on that. And I think it's going to be a lot simpler for people to connect with me there, and that is going to come into play, I'm hoping, within the next week or so. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started with the front desk. We already have the icons up. Again, F2 will actually take them off. But getting around, really simple. You just left click on where you want to go. So let's talk a little bit about the schedule. So as you can see, I've got a couple of appointments made here, and the big thing I want to talk about the schedule, it is the most important part of the program. And what do I mean by that is the fact that you can get to everything and everywhere from the schedule. If the patient happens to have an appointment, then I can go to their account, I can go to their chart, I can go to their images, all of that I can get to if they're here. If they are not on the schedule, I can click on a blank spot, I can click on the patient, on the account icon, and I can type in the patient's name. Now, let me bring something clear that I know you've probably been confused about for a long time. Hey, Dan, listen, I go to the account and I type in a patient's name or a person's name and they're not showing up. Well, there's a difference. There's a difference in between the patient list and the person list. So what do I mean by that? Is you can actually have people in the system that are not patients. So you have your responsible parties, you've got your policy holders, okay? So they're all going to show up on this list because this is a person list. But from the schedule, you are only going to see the patients. So there's the confusing part, okay? So does that make sense? From this point, the schedule only shows you the patient list, okay? So as I was talking about a few moments ago, if the patient is not on the schedule, I can click on the blank spot, I can click on the account, and I can type in the person's name, okay, the patient's name, and actually see their account. So let's just bring somebody up here. And okay, so let's go into our list and let's take a look at Brian here. So Brian looks like a nice guy. All right, Brian's got a huge family also, and so I'm going to talk more about this in the accounting module, but we're going to discuss how everybody has their own individual balances, and how what each color means and so on. I'm going to cover that in the accounting module video that I'm hoping to put out within the next week or so. All right? So, with that in mind, you have all the abilities to get to everywhere. Now, the big thing about the schedule is obviously your HIPAA regulation. All right? So, if you do the Control H, you'll notice that my name's just disappeared. Okay? So that is to keep you within HIPAA compliance. So Control H will bring them back, and so you don't have to worry about people looking at your schedule while they're sitting in the chair. You can easily leave the schedule up so that you can have your arrival indicators. Again, we'll talk about that in the scheduling module. And you can see if your next patient's here or not. All right? Okay. Okay, so getting back to the front desk part of the program, there's really not a lot here. The biggest things that I do want to point out is the ability to go ahead and actually come here, go to your live help. There is so much available to you in order to help you there, where your live help, you can actually go online and talk with the support staff. If you are part of the support package there. FAQ, I like this due to the fact that I like doing my own research, and so I can go on to FAQ also, which also stands for frequently asked questions, by the way, and your email support, so you can either send them an email if it's not a big rush, and you know, get your answer that way. So a couple of big things besides the support is the upgrades. So to me, the upgrades are extremely important, and if you do not upgrade, then you're missing out. You're missing out on the things that they've improved within the program and the aspects, the new things that they've created to make life a lot simpler. So with that in mind, when you pay for the support, then you have automatically signed up for the upgrades. So installing them is a little tricky, but it's not difficult. You can either get someone to help you install them, you can talk to support and go from there. And they'll walk you through it and help you out there. But I'm going to keep this fairly short just due to the fact that there really isn't a lot here except for the fact that you can customize your icons by right-clicking and clicking on customize, and also some of the the different things that are available. There are some things that I would not suggest that you go to if you are not talking to support, and they'll let you know that. So there are several utilities. So with that in mind, again, I'm going to keep this fairly short. I would appreciate it very much if you went ahead and give me a thumbs up and like the video. And if you have any comments, comment below and stay in touch with me, and let's see what we can do to make life a lot simpler for you in the dental practice. Have a great day. Okay, so before I end this video, I just want to thank you for your time. And if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and please subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that you know the next time I put out videos. And also, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, especially if you love this shirt. Have a wonderful day.